What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Antignarot back again for another Trove special episode. No, I am not making a mistake by having two Trove episodes today. I think so anyway. I'm not exactly sure. But what's going on right now is this is actually a separate video. I had this idea quite a while back where this is going to be a video that is specifically going to talk about the most recent patch notes. This way I can get all the patch notes and everything like that out of the way while not having to focus on trying to explain it in our actual Trove series, because with the Trove series, I mean, I still got a couple episodes still in stock right now before this patch even hit. So without further ado, we're going to talk about it there, Buster. I'm not going to cover like every little detail or anything, just the important big ones. And one of the biggest ones, well, I guess we can't really see it right now. They've added the Neotron Wing type of things. I don't have them yet. They are extremely pricey, but it is very exciting how they actually introduced these. Now, why we're actually hanging out here, I don't know, other than I want to actually tell you all that in order to make those new wings, you have to find specific merchants scattered throughout the world. That is to say, like a specific store that you trade like a whole crap ton of resources for. And there is one in here, not right beside us right now. Unfortunately, I have had no luck finding it because it's also random chance that it'll even spawn on the dungeon, right? But anyway, this floating volcanic island dungeon, normally down here, somewhere down here, although I haven't found it yet, I'm not exactly sure. Somewhere down here, I think it's normally against that wall. I'm not sure, but sometimes it spawns there. And there will be the merchant shop thingamabob, and he costs 500 diamonds. Yeah, I know, right? I want to actually also see if I can go, because I'm noticing there's a Tron biome over there. I hope we can get a little bit lucky with that. A lot of this I'm going to just be explaining rather than actually finding like on camera, because otherwise that could take me like a couple hours to find. Like seriously, it's not very common. Some people just find them right away. I know Luxian already has his neon wings, and they're cool. They're not my favorite wings, but they're still neat. So there's 4 different merchants that you gotta find. One is in that volcanic biome over back there. And he costs 500 diamonds to get like some uber diamond type of thing. I have on a piece of paper here, let me see. In the Neo dungeon that we're heading to, well, in the Neo area, the Tron, in that area that we're heading to, you know those gigantic cubes that have been around for like a zillion years? They're all like cool, and they're like, we're the Borg or something like that, right? They're really, really cool. Those ones, as long as, like, they seem to always have something that tells the player visually, hey, this dungeon actually has the merchant. I don't know what it is per se on the volcanic dungeon, but I know that in those giant cubes you won't see it on the outside, so I'm hoping that we can find one so I can actually show you which one I'm talking about. You can't find out whether the merchant's in there on the outside, but inside that cube right there, perfect. Okay, so you see how it's all blue and cool and stuff like that? So on the inside, normally it's blue as well. Let's hope that we get lucky with this one, even though I don't have what he costs. But on the inside in the boss room, it's actually going to be green, and that is the way that you can tell that this dungeon actually has the special merchant. So hopefully, let's see. Whoa, I should really not be in U3. Not on this guy anyway. Oh no, see, now normally all this whole room would have to be green, and then there would be a special merchant like right here, somewhere around there, something like that. You know what, let's get out of here before we die. He'd be right along the edge of the wall, and he actually costs, 1,000 robo salvage, which, oh man, so expensive, like seriously. Oh, there is also, you know what, let's do this real quick too. So he costs 1,000 robo salvage, that sucks, hardcore. I want to also see if we can find a pirate ship right away. Not necessarily that we gotta find the merchant in it, but the third merchant is in the pirate ship, and he costs 5,000 flux. So pretty pricey if you're just starting out. I actually already have that piece, and I have the amount of diamonds for the volcano, but I haven't actually bought it yet. Overall though, like, yeah, like, it's like the flux one is probably the cheapest out of all of them, because the flux, the 500 diamonds, which The 500 diamonds is very resource heavy if you're going to craft them all yourself. Like I crafted them because I just have like so much extra resources right now because I haven't been spending it on anything, right? Good. And so anyway, the pirate one, let's hope we can find a pirate ship so I can show you where it is in the pirate ship, not necessarily if we find the pirate ship, right? Then the last one is also in the Radiant Skyland. I don't know what the area is actually called. There's also, I guess I should talk about this, but I was kind of hoping that we could get all these out of the way first, but the Shadow Arenas are the next big upgrade. Like, those are huge. You know what? I'm actually going to stop recording until we find a ship. Well, that took like 500 years. So anyway, here's the pirate ship. And what you end up doing with these bad boys, I think these ones, I hope they're guaranteed. You just laser your way through here and there it is, it's beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. So these are the little merchant things that you're looking for. They are SOART 1 to 4 and they always look the same. And if we use it, you can see right here the flux capacitor, which I absolutely love, 5,000 flux. So it still costs quite a bit. You can also kind of get a hint by looking at like the description for it and stuff like that. Like it says it was hurled from the sky realms into the oceans and stuff like that. This patch overall, it feels like they're really starting to, like, since the training slash tutorial area, they've really been working their butts off to try and add more and more roleplay to the game. Yeah, so I think what they're actually preparing for is to eventually, like, maybe they're going to be adding, like, some kind of a story to the game or something like that, which is quite surprising considering, like, what this game actually is, you know? I want to try and find, hopefully we can find the Sky Shard one right away, because this one's actually pretty easy. Oh, perfect! So, right here there's these, and if you look down at the bottom, see how it's green? That is what symbolizes that the trader is inside there. And this is actually the next most expensive one. Then there is the other thing that we are not going to actually get on camera today. Is the Shadow Arenas have changed up quite a bit. But I will talk about that in a moment here. So the way that this works is... Oh, maybe this isn't guaranteed. Okay, well anyway, it's only the ones that have the portal in the center here. Unless there's like a secret hole underground or something like that. I am half curious that I want to see. But you know what? That's okay. Let's just go to the next one and screw it. So there was one like right beside us. I want to double check right here. I'm really hoping that we can just get this on camera because I do want to actually like show it off at least. Even if this one doesn't have the merchant. So there is this. And then you go down here and bam! Normally, it's all green in here, and you just laser away all of this glass and stuff like that, and then right here in the center, right there, that is where you will find the last and final merchant, and that one costs 5,000 cloud shards, which we don't have any on us right now. Cloud shards are the ones that you actually mine. Or is it? No, it's not cloud shards. It's static cloud or something like that. It's the ones that you dig. These ones right here. So it costs 5,000 of them, which crystallized cloud. That's it. Which, oh my goodness, it takes me so long to get these. Normally, I just bomb my way in them, and I'm gonna put on like laser gear and stuff like that. Right now, I'm not actually hunting them. I'm hunting robo salvage. But then it costs a 2,000 of the shards that you get from this arena and just from drops and stuff like that. Overall, I find the shards to be a lot easier because it's a lot easier to farm them than it is to mine the other ones. Now, last but not least, we are not actually, is anyone, nope, no one's in a Shadow Arena. So what they actually have for the Shadows Arenas right now, it makes them a lot more exciting, but the Shadow Arenas themselves are still very monotonous in their gameplay. But they are actually really, really cool. Let me actually see, I think I have some in my bank here. So, hello Nintendo. So we actually have, these are called Shadow Shards, which not to be confused with Shadow Key Fragments or oh, I always called these shards. Okay, well anyway, Shadow Keys for some reason, like look at this. The price is ridiculous now. It costs 400 key fragments instead of 270. Like, my goodness, get a grip. But anyway, so now every time you destroy the beautiful shadow chest at the end of a Shadow Arena, you will get 5 shards. 5 shards all the time. I've heard that in U5 you actually get 10 shard drops, which would make sense, but I can't really test it myself. I honestly don't know. But anyway, for every 10 shards, there is a new merchant, which I should also mention this right here before I get into that. So normally at the end of the Shadow Arenas, there would be like your Deconstructor, your Style Saver, and stuff like that. The Style Saver actually no longer exists. Yeah, because the Deconstructor now, if you destroy an item, let's see if we actually have any in here that are actually worthwhile. Ooh, a new gun that we can actually use. I need it. I keep forgetting I always break like everything, and I need to actually like save some of this stuff because it's actually like really good. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty good gun too. Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get it because I just overall have a lot of stuff. But normally you would see like right beside the Eye of Cthulhu right here. I don't know why they call it Bthulhu. I don't know. But anyway, normally right beside the eye, you would actually see one of the styles that we are going to save. So now the Deconstructor operates the exact same as a Style Saver. So that is actually awesome because now you don't have to worry about doing back and forth or anything. Joe said he liked the blue from the Style Saver better. And honestly, I did too. The red one's still cool, but I still really like the blue. It just kind of had a more mysterious like style to it. I don't know, but cool nonetheless. I destroyed our Style Saver that was right here, and then it actually turned into a Deconstructor. So I should have kept it. I still kept one in my cornerstone that we're gonna keep forever because that item doesn't exist anymore, and if we destroy it, it turns to a Deconstructor. So anyway, with them getting rid of the Style Saver in the Shadow Arena, now they have a new thing that replaces it. Let's just say it was this right here, right? So you would open it, well, not like that at all. You would open it same as you would any of the other stores, and it would be like right. Let's just open our rune crafting. So right here, right where our standard block is, there wouldn't be like all these different categories or anything like that, but there would be a shadow cache. And you spend 10 shadow shards to actually buy one of them. I wish I could show it on camera, but it just takes so long to get them. Especially right now, it's pretty glitchy overall because as I'm recording this anyway, they still haven't hot fixed it where only the person who uses the shadow key to get into the dungeon can actually use the store. And they have to patch that because otherwise that is just ridiculously mean. You know, like everybody should be able to get at the shadow caches. But anyway, so the shadow caches, what they do is they drop a ton of eyes. They can drop tentacles. They can also drop shadow hearts. They also have a very rare chance of dropping shadow wings. So hopefully that's going to mean that shadow wings are going to decrease in value for the trade because I know that I'm going to have to just buy them. I am never going to actually find them. By the way, I haven't actually unhearted our homeworld heart props thing. That's just a glitch that's going around right now that I'm guessing that they're going to patch right away, where no matter where you go, it always says that it's off. But if you actually click it, it turns it off, and then you can turn it back on visually. But then if you leave the club world and come back, it's still there anyway. Pretty buggy overall, this patch. So I'm really hoping that they have some hot fixes pretty soon. But anyway, so with the shadow cache, the shadow hearts, actually, you can spend them to buy all sorts of wonderful new items that they've added. They didn't even mention this in the patch. I don't know why. You can actually buy yourself a magic carpet for 3 shadow hearts, which shadow hearts are very, very rare in the first place, but still that is actually really cool. You can also finally buy the Dreamy Brony, which I have seen for like a million years over here in the rare mounts, and I'm actually really excited to try and get it. They also have a Restless Eye, which I'm guessing is just going to be another boring bouncing mount, but hey, whatever. They also have in the tombs right here, they have Tentacle one and an Eye one. Now, what these do, we haven't actually reached any of these tombs yet. I know we're going overtime, but I want to try and mention this. What tombs do is, because they are like a style like this, once you make them, you own them forever. And as far as I know, it's a way to give incentive for endgame people to hunt, even though they have like their maxed out classes. So it's like if we would select this eyeball one right here, accumulates experience as you do, and when fully charged, it produces 10 eyes. So it would give us 10 eyes, and then we could use it again and again and again and again and again. So it's like we're kind of leveling up items rather than our class, you know? Because, I mean, by the time we actually get one of these, we might have all our classes, like, maxed out. I think that's how they work. Stop me if I'm wrong. Don't quote me on it, because we don't actually have any tombs yet. Because we're not good enough at the rune crafting, because we actually have to get master rune crafting in order to get any of these bad boys. Oh, Robo Parts. That one would be fantastic. That actually is pretty... Out! 50 blank scrolls? Are you kidding me? I guess technically once you get to this point, though, you wouldn't be spending any more scrolls anymore. Then there's this, which costs a magic carpet, so I guess that's incentive to go and buy one from the Shadow Arena. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. That is all the patch notes that are actually worth mentioning. The last one, of course, is now if you actually join one of your friends. It is fantastic. This one is actually the biggest in my opinion, where when you click join on a friend or even do /join me, you teleport instantly to them rather than having to walk all the way or set down an origin portal or anything like that. So absolutely fantastic. I love it. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I would also appreciate if you would smack that like button, share, favorite, and subscribe to Join Team Pixel. Sign on, stay epic, everybody.
Believe in yourself. Don't care